Hello everybody, and welcome to week 3. This week we'll talk about learning theories, models, and principles, what they are and why we need them, and a little bit about how we're going to be using them. Our goals for this class, as we've said before, are to help broaden your knowledge base into instructional design, help you explore and practice guided inquiry, and help you grow as learning experience designers. Along the way, we're hoping to help you answer the question, what kind of school librarian do I really want to be? There's a lot of diversity in our professional roles, and this course provides you with some authentic and relevant activities to help build and strengthen your instructional capital. Your instructional capital, meaning your wherewithal, your means or capabilities, or influence or clout to be seen as valued instructional leaders and collaborative partners to the teachers you work with, in turn helping you to create better learning experiences for the young learners in your care. This is our modern definition of the teacher librarian. But first, what are we really talking about? Let's look at some definitions. First of all, a theory. By definition, a theory is a hypothesis, a system of ideas to explain something or guide our thinking about the existing nature of a phenomenon or process. But why do we really need theories? Well, let's think about our theories, whether they're about instruction, evolution, relativity, or climate change. They're all an attempt to explain why or something happens. Theories attempt to answer questions. As educators, some knowledge of theories that support our instructional design decisions improve our chances of success. If we know how learning happens, for example, then we can come up with ways to make it happen. In other words, design our learning events. So when we're talking about learning, of course, we're talking about any change in performance or performance potential that comes about as a result of a learner's experience and interaction with their world. Remember that while learning is happening purposely or intentionally in our educational settings and contexts, it's happening all the time through life experiences. Our goal is to bring together how learning works seamlessly in life experiences to the classroom setting. Let's talk then about what learning theory is. It's basically why or how learning occurs and usually has 3 parts. It tells us about what changes occur or the results, the means or processes to bring about these changes, and the inputs, what triggers or processes, resources, and experiences are needed to get to those certain learning outcomes. Our learning theories can be descriptive and prescriptive, helping us to know exactly what steps to take. Instruction, then, is anything that we do purposely to facilitate learning. And so our instructional design definition, then, is sort of the dynamic process that integrates our learning and instructional theories to come up with strategies and activities and resources that facilitate learning. Remember, all instructional design models have learning theories that underpin or support them. So, in simplest terms, instructional design then is basically how instruction should be created to help learning happen. This statement encompasses the ideas that our instructional and learning goals are being met and that we have actively done something to ensure these positive outcomes in learning. The word design implies that we are not just winging it. There is a definite plan afoot. So then when we talk about inquiry-based instruction, which is the central focus of this class, we're talking about instruction that is organized around interests of students, where they are encouraged to ask questions and learning is centered upon the answering of these questions. We want the experiences our students have in our libraries to be transformational, not transactional. In other words, in an inquiry experience, the learners should not just be delivering content back to the teacher. That's just a transaction. But rather, We want our learners to be growing from the experience as they construct new knowledge. We are going to spend the majority of this course focusing on how to help kids construct new knowledge through inquiry processes. Now, we talked about theories. Let's talk about a model. A model is basically a conceptualization of a complex system, theory, or methodology. A model could be verbal, it could be a picture, or it could be something physical in nature. So an instructional design model then could be a prescriptive guide or how-to for creating learning events. In this course, you will learn about some models for instructional design like the ADDIE model or Understanding by Design model, as well as models of inquiry such as guided inquiry in this course. Principles then are basically a fundamental quality rule or belief. So the principles are requirements, so to speak, to make something happen. They can be both descriptive and prescriptive. Sometimes people will use the terms principles, theories, and models interchangeably, but you should understand the subtle difference between them as you are designing instruction. Later in this class, you will learn about some principles of instruction, such as Merrill's first principles or Gagne's 9 events. So, how does this all work together? Our knowledge of and practice of using principles and models that stem from learning theories and brain science should lead us then to strategies and help us to create activities that help us meet our instructional goals and objectives. In other words, the learning outcomes that we want for our students. This is sort of the big picture of how these things all fit together. So again, your goal, we hope, is to come away from this class with some systematic and explicit ways that you can design and develop learning experiences and interventions that are transferable life-wide for our students and take them way beyond the classroom doors. And building that instructional capital so that you will be a sought-after collaborative partner, instructor, and influencer in your school. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you back in the course.